Hi, my name is Brian with Ace Appliance in Toledo, Ohio, and welcome back to another quality video from ApplianceVideo.com. Alright, so we have a GE oven that is not baking. We checked the broil does work, it's just not baking. So what we're going to do is, or what we've already done is remove the door here so we can remove the bottom panel of our oven. We did that just by lifting up in the back and sliding it straight out and forward. Next we're going to take off this piece here. For this repair you will need a pair of wire cutters, a 5/16 nut driver with some sort of ratchet extension or socket wrench, and a 1/4 inch nut driver.
Okay.
2 1/4 inch screws in the front and 2 in the back. And we can see our bake igniter in the back there. So we're going to go ahead and set this to a bake, and we're going to check to see if our igniter is coming on and glowing. And it's not, doesn't seem to be lighting up. We'll give it a little while longer here. Just checking the igniter for any visible broken spots or anything that would be causing a break in the igniter there. What we'll do is we're going to turn the oven off here. You want to disconnect power at this point to the oven. We're going to go ahead and remove the igniter. 2 screws on the side, 5/16. Alright, so now that we have access to the wires of the igniter, we're going to go ahead and put it on a bake setting again. And we're just going to use our electrical tester to see if we got power going to the igniter. And we should have power on one side, hot over here, and neutral over here. We shouldn't have any power going to it. So we do have power going to the igniter. The best thing to do would be to make sure that we do have the proper voltage there, which would be 120 volts. And if that's true, then we would have proper power to the igniter, and the igniter would be bad. We would have to replace the igniter. Also, you could, instead of checking for voltage, if you disconnected the igniter and did a resistance check through the igniter, you could also check it that way to see if you have a bad igniter. All right, so we're going to go ahead and cut our old igniter out. No. Right, we can go ahead and strip the wires back about 1/4 inch. Okay, we'll take our new igniter and go ahead and wire up the wires together with the ceramic wire nuts. Give a little tug on the wires, make sure you got the wire nut on there good. Do the other wire as well. Doesn't matter which wire you wire nut together to the existing wires from the new igniter. Either way, it's gonna power up the igniter. There's no reverse polarity for that. Now that we got that wired up, we'll go ahead and tuck our wires back into the cabinet and remount our igniter. Alright, now we're ready to test it out, make sure that it works. I'm going to go ahead and put it on a bake setting. You can see now that our igniter's glowing, and the gas should come out here in just a second and ignite. And there's our gas, and we have a bake. Alright, now we can go ahead and put our shield back in place over top of the burner and reinstall our 1/4" screws. Alright, after our shield, now we can put our bottom panel back in place. It's just going to slide in from the front. This one we had to take the actual door off of the hinges to put in, which is unique. You don't see very many that you have to do that with. So we're just going to slide that back in place. The front of it will go underneath the lip here, so you can't pull it up. And the back just sits there. And now we can go ahead and put our door back on. Alright, if we take a look at our door here, what we had to do to get the door off was there's these little clips. Clips that we have to pull out. When it was in place there, we had to pull up on the clips there so that it would release the hinges of the oven door and put it at like a 45-degree angle to be able to remove it. So now we're just going to put our hinges back into the frame of the oven here. And we're going to lower the door. And these were the clips that I was just talking about. We had to raise them down like that to remove the door on each side. So we're going to raise them back up into place. They'll go about halfway into the cabinet. You want to open it and close it a few times. Make sure everything's aligned. Make sure the door doesn't come off. We also already removed our oven racks. We can go ahead and put those back in place, and that will complete our repair. Thank you for watching another quality video from ApplianceVideo.com.